Like and subscribe, or this will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. There's no better way to beat the looming winter doldrums than to look forward to fun summer activities. When the summer heat hits, everyone heads to the nearest water park. And what are the most popular attractions in water parks? Water slides. They're fast, fun, and you slide into a large pool and splash water on almost anyone near you, much to their annoyance. But who really cares? Here are the most dangerous water slides that will absolutely blow your mind. Number 1. The Verrückt Water Slide. At a height slightly above 51 meters, this is about 17 stories high. This ride became the world's tallest at its start of business back in 2014. Fast forward to 2016, and the slide was permanently closed following a serious accident that led to, listen to this, the decapitation of a 10-year-old boy. Considering the high speed that one makes while riding down the slide, anything could happen any day. It was just a matter of time. A quick tip, the next time you're in any water park, make sure your safety is guaranteed first. For that reason, this ride earned a spot on our list of the world's most extreme and dangerous water slides. I can see why they chose to name it Verrückt, which is German for insane. Watching this alone drives chills down my spine, let alone riding it. Number 2. Vertigo. From the name of the slide to its architectural design, it's as it appears to the eye, without a doubt. It's designed to be almost vertically suspended, so many meters above the ground. As risky as it may look, this one made it to today's list. The Vertigo is a 108-foot-high water slide. For this water slide, riders are dropped through a trap door down a steep slide and into the water, which feels like a rushing experience as long as you go through the hatch. Wait, what? That's because at one time, one rider in the park, known as Norman, enjoyed the Vertigo so much that he went down in 3 times. But the third time wasn't like the others because the trap door failed to open all the way, crushing his arms, legs, and face. Okay, that was horrible. But Norman was then treated on the spot by a doctor and rushed out of the park with free zoo tickets for his problems. Also, Vertigo was reopened about 10 minutes later, which doesn't seem to be enough to clear the blood or repair the faulty door. Number 3. Cannonball Falls. This one looks like it could be shooting people into this world from another dimension. Perhaps. I'm not completely wrong though. Well, come on, it's named Cannonball. This water slide featured a 10-foot drop into a mountain pool. It's said that it was the most dangerous water slide in the state of New Jersey, with 6 injuries during the 2015 season alone. That's a significant number of injuries for a supposedly fun place. Surprisingly, people still had the guts to get on it over and over again, injuring even more people in the long run. You would mistake danger for the new fun. Well, guess what? You're not wrong at all. Waiting for someone to come out of a tube-like structure might be exciting to watch, but I wonder what goes on inside the water slide for those who have tried it. Number 4. Aqualoop. This one has to be among the longest slides on this list in terms of the duration it takes to reach the exit point. How it works is basically a trap door being released, sending a daredevil adrenaline addict on an almost free fall into the slide. The quick ride then ends in an almost vertical lap, where the already thrilled visitor experiences some sort of upper hand over gravity for a moment before the loop gently opens and takes you back to the world of swimming after this overwhelming experience. Once down, you have to pull yourself together first because it was a hot ride. I don't know much about water slides myself, but the people who are obsessed with these things would find this one of the best rides on this list. Evidently, the excitement, joy, and tension can be felt by the visitors every second through and after the completion of the ride. And the rider said, "You'll have to pinch your nose or you'll swallow a couple of gulps of water." That would be a highly appreciated heads up for those planning to take on this ride. Number 5. Scorpion's Tail. I'm absolutely going to sue you if you'd force me through this terrifying water slide for sure. Come on. I'm already scared of these fellas just watching them enter the slide and scream with fear. Plus, for God's sakes, this thing is monstrous. The developers of this amazingly thrilling slide are the same ones who created the infamous Aqua Loop. The Scorpion's Tail water slide in Wisconsin is a giant slide 10 stories high and about 120 meters long. Starting with a hatch, the first near vertical drop will take you down so fast that you'll travel at more than 15 meters per second. You'll then be inside a large vertical circle that looks like a scorpion's tail, and it'll send you flying in a zigzag direction towards the pool below. I wonder how these fellas managed to reach down there in one piece. It's fascinating, don't you think? Would you try this a couple of times for $1,000? Well, when it comes to money, I think I might just reconsider this once and forget what I initially said. Number 6. Insano Water Slide. Honestly, I find it hard to believe that this irrationally towering slide was already open way back in 1989. I still think it's insanely ahead of its time. Don't you think? On this ride, you could reach speeds of up to 100 kilometers per hour. It's dangerously scary because the downhill slide is extremely steep, allowing gravity to act and pull you down. The slide takes only about 4 to 5 seconds. In case you're wondering, by the way, there's a pool to receive you at the bottom to ensure your safe landing. As long as you don't try to do a backflip or something, then you're good to go, amigo. I'm still not sure why I have a bad feeling about this one. Perhaps my fear of heights, speed, or even water, which I don't have, by the way, except during winter. For all the adrenaline junkies out there, this one should most definitely be on your bucket list. With a name like Insano, you already know what to expecto. Number 7. Geronimo Falls. Thinking of fun and team-building activities with your colleagues this weekend? You can never go wrong with this type of water slide. The Geronimo, to be precise, is a multi-band race slide that allows multiple users, or in this case, friends, to use it simultaneously, going through a series of thrilling bumps with continuous acceleration towards the finish line. Geronimo Falls is basically a semi-controlled freefall with a hard landing point. People riding down the slides were so fast that some even reached speeds of 96.56 kilometers per hour. The water park attendants even had to remind passengers to lean back to avoid drifting off the slide on their way down. The park eventually had to add a cover over the top of the slide. There were always a lot of weirdos at the base of Geronimo Falls, mainly because most girls lost their bikini tops due to the insanely high speed. The boys also lost their suits, of course. To add to their confusion, people are often so stunned after the ride that they stand up and don't realize they're naked. Number 8. Black Hole. Whoever names these things should be awarded a trophy for sure. As the name suggests, this water slide gives you the impression of falling down a dark pit. Hold on, have you seen the patterns of glowing lights along the walls of the tunnel-like slide? It may be extremely hypnotizing, but no doubt it's prohibited for people with certain medical conditions, like epilepsy. I mean, I would imagine it's a cocktail of feelings on this ride. It's so scary, yet at the same time so relaxing just to let loose down the slide. I would say the light at the end of the tunnel literally is the best feeling of relief after that long and scary ride. One thing I have to admit about this scary dark water slide is that it lights up pretty nicely. This is a ride that I would go on just to quench the burning urge and curiosity to do so, but only once and never again. Number 9. Calypso. Holy Neptune! It's not 1, not 2, or 3 times, but multiple times the number of amazing water slides all in one place for you to try and enjoy, or spoil your pants depending on the kind of fun seeker you are. The Steamer Water Slide is one of Calypso's water park's most notorious rides, although it's not the only one that involves serious injuries. The rider on this particular ride sits in the tubes, then circles a dreadnought funnel before flushing down the exit slide. It sounds intriguing, right? Yeah, that's if your inner tube doesn't tip over before you get to the exit. For the adrenaline junkies, this is where you should gather and go out with one another. For you other fun seekers, I'm sure there are smaller rides that could fit you quite well to enjoy. Or, never mind, don't even dare step into this park. Number 10. Shoot the Rapids. At a single glance, you would mistake this for a very calm water slide that is less thrilling than the others on this list, but contrary to that, this one might be the most interesting of them all. At first, going at very low speeds through the Western theme park, then gradually picking up speed towards a raised ramp-like structure, then plunging down at a very high speed at a 45-degree angle. I'm sure it's not what you'd expect. Oh, hold on. There's more to this ride. Just when you thought you were done, it takes you to another steep upward projection before finally plunging to the pool at the end of the ride. A thrilling ride, I would say. Until next time, adios.